those of you who have not been in -20, if you're stopping at -20, it does get cold really quick. And if you make mistakes out there, then there is also, unfortunately, the real risk of dying out there. Do not hide any problems. We literally had people hiding frostbite because they really wanted that finish line so bad. And then as a consequence, they lost a finger or a toe. It's not worth it. We're in a fairly remote place in some areas. So obviously even an SOS message doesn't mean 15 minutes and the ambulance is there. In the night and snowstorm scenarios, it could be half a day or more. So unfortunately, there are scenarios with an SOS. We all know there's a life in danger, but help is not around the corner.
So is that everything that you need in there?
Yeah.
You burn a lot of calories in the cold. So we've targeted 8,000 calories a day in burn, which we can't possibly eat.
3,500 calories each per day to eat.
In raw materials, yeah.
And then assuming some fat burning, and then an extra 1,000 from Checkpoint food.
Oh, and snacks. That was the
And
other.
snacks,
Yeah. You know, we've got the gear, and I think the difference is we're planning on, you know, the food strategy means we should be hydrated and well fed. And if you're hydrated and well fed, that means that makes temperature controls that much easier. You know, when the guys are running and cutting corners, you know, with their food, they're getting themselves dehydrated, they're getting sweaty, you know, then you can have all the great gear in the world, you're still going to feel really cold. Yeah. So, I mean, we're hoping. I mean, this is the thing. You get out there and then you start making bad decisions. So, you know, we'll see. Ask us in 10 days. I've got to stop saying that. Yeah.
It's going to be windy and snowing like it is right now, which is a bit nasty. But at least it's not so cold. It'll get colder now every day. People will have the chance to get used to the temperatures. So that's a good thing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
My expectation would be to get on the river and to be zooming along, because it'd be flat and smooth and icy, and it wasn't.
And instead it was completely overcast. It was a strong north headwind, the trail was soft and lumpy, and it was just like, oh my word, straight into it.
River was tough. Plenty of headwind, bit of snow, pretty up and down, but you know, if it was easy we wouldn't be here. So.
Yeah, just need to find the proper bag.
No good.
Yeah. But was a nasty part, the last one, I must admit. But also somehow fun. If you like torture.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. You've got some more to do.
Right, where's the outhouse? Next most important, shall we?
I'm part of the medical team, and basically when athletes come into checkpoints, we check them over, check everything's going okay, check that they're making sensible decisions, and check that they are drinking plenty, eating plenty, staying warm, check them for frostbite, which I'm about to do, and just check that they're feeling good and feeling okay, and that's pretty much it. Main aim is just to keep them safe, really.
Sorry?
A little bit Peely Wally, but I think we all are at this moment in time. Do you know Peely Wally?
The biggest hazards are the cold and what it does to people. At the beginning, of course, they're not so tired, so I don't expect any problems. But as it gets colder, we could get to minus 30 degrees. People could get frostbite and hypothermia. That's the main worry. Other than that, it's just sports injuries and things like crossing a road or where they have to be careful.
Ooh.
And that's when we had our really, really cold.
1 in the morning, out on a lake in a strong wind, you know, in that sort of cushion of air with the wind chill, ice everywhere dripping from us. It was just, it was grim. It was proper.
And you were really had to be on high alert. You just didn't want fingers out, face out. You were like, actually, I could get frostnip really quickly here if I don't look after myself. So it was very much right, head down, let's keep moving, do this.
When did you first notice your eye?
Yesterday night.
Yesterday night, or? Okay. How are you? Yeah? Right, former in here.
I'm going with my eye.
Okay.
With this eye. I live inside
How long has that been for?
since yesterday night.
Yeah.
I started to feeling like a pain in my right eyes. Maybe 3 or 4 times. Lost my vision from the right eye for, it could have been seconds, but for me lasted like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Now it's like I'm completely blind from this eye, like for 3-4 minutes, no more than that.
A little bit of pain.
Okay, and is it painful?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So I think we might need to drain that, yeah, if that's okay. And your nails, have they been this colour as well?
Yes, since the spine race.
Since the spine race, and that was in February, wasn't it?
January.
January, okay, fine.
It was the wilderness element of it. You are properly away from civilization here. You know, you aren't seeing telegraph cables and road noise and planes overhead every 10 minutes. You know, you're just properly away from it all, and it's absolutely beautiful. And the independence of carrying everything you need to survive in your pulk with you is just so liberating. It's just so nice, and so yeah, that feeling will stick with me. There's not many ways you can achieve that in our native country.
I've had northern lights, I've had the planets, I've had stars. Oh my god, it's just fabulous! This place is wonderful!
That night, the Northern Lights, they were amazing. Amazing. I had to stop just to watch. It lasted for hours. They were everywhere.
Was it Dean Carnesi who said if at any point in an ultra you start to feel good, don't worry about it, it will pass.
At the moment, we're finding that our energy reserves are just depleted, and it's really, really noticeable when we've run out of calories. Mood goes, speed goes, energy goes, then we're stopping eating, and then we're getting another hour and a half of really productive work done. So we are a slave to calories at this moment in time.
Yeah.
We've probably already consumed 4,000 calories today. So I'm just fed up of eating.
Yeah.
But I know I need to keep on eating, and it's a problem.
You do have these emotional wobbles, the highs and the lows, but it's recognising when you have that low that actually it is going to pass, and it's probably because you're calorie deficient, it's probably because you're tired or a bit lonely or a bit sad, and that's fine. Those things happen on a long race, and it's just having the understanding that it will pass.
Well, we've thumped out our area just to get rid of the top stuff and give us a bit of stability. We'd generally be using roll mats, but they're just too bulky to fly with, so we're using inflatable mats instead. And then sleeping bags, get them out and lofting. More time they've got the better. And then it's just making sure that you've got the right bits and pieces that you need in the tent, because inevitably when you're in there you've forgotten something and it's in the pulk. We've got everything in sort of set bags, so we know which bags we need to have in or not in, so it should be relatively easy.
Yep.
But okay.
Right, you ready?
Move out.
And you could have laid there for an hour, angsting about how cold it is out there and how warm it is in this sleeping bag, or warmish. But at the end of the day, you still aren't any further on. You haven't moved any further up the trail. You're still in the sleeping bag. Your objective still remains to finish the race, but you've now got 1 hour less to do it in.
Yep, so just doesn't even register. Didn't even register, you just get up and go. Just get up and go.
Nice one. I came to say that the route you need to go, remember, you need to go to the bridge, remember the route.
You had snow on top of your waist. I couldn't move with, I mean, it was so hard to walk.
Up to here,
Yeah.
with the pulka totally buried. I decided to just get out of the lake, just crawling over the snow because it was so fast.
You will think about quitting. You know, you will think about making the pain stop. It's just natural. You know, you're going against the natural order of things. Pain is there to tell you something is wrong and you need to do something about it. So to keep on doing the thing that's making you hurt is a bit sort of counterintuitive. So you've got to accept it as being the nature of the sport, and you've got to have strategies in place to deal with it.
Nobody cares if you are number 100, 200, or 1,000. Who cares? It's not going to change your life. You are not going to be richer, nobody's going to love you more, or you are not going to have more friends. The only thing that can change is what you think about yourself.
I've got really good friends who are like, why on earth would you do that to yourself? And it's like, well, because I can. Because I can run 50 miles, because I can run 100 miles. You know, I wanted an adventure, and I wanted to see the Northern Lights. It's you know, that was on the why list, so I've definitely ticked those off. But yeah, that was pretty special.